have an interesting idea to talk about. But first, I want you to share a little idea with me. Who here has gone through stress in their life? All of us, right? Stress is often seen as a negative force in our lives. Now, my idea is that all psychologists tell you stress is bad for you. It causes health issues, and we've all been taught to avoid it. And they have made stress our enemy. As a student, I have experienced all types of stress, from stressing over homework to stressing over a final exam. But I've changed my mind about stress. And today, I want to challenge you to rethink it too. There was a social experiment that made me rethink completely about stress. It was the Whitehall 2 study, which was made in 1985 in the United Kingdom. There were 10,000 participants from different socioeconomic backgrounds. They were asked about their work stress and overall mental health. They also perceived over how work tasks affected their stress levels. Let's just say the results were eye-opening. The people who had little to no control over their work and viewed their environment as stressful were more likely to experience health issues, including heart diseases. On the other hand, the people who took control over their work and viewed stress as a manageable job were more likely to experience less health issues. Here in the chart, you can see approximately 50% of stress comes from workload. My sister once told me about a friend of hers that studied 10 years of neuroscience, which is a study for nerve, brain, and spinal cord surgery, which is one of the most stressful jobs you can ever have. At the same time, this job paid millions of dollars each year. But this man decided to leave his job. What? You'd be completely surprised. Why would he leave $1 million paying job? Well, in the years he worked, all he wanted to do was to help people overcome their illness. But it was a bit different than he thought. Although the job looks normal, which is doing surgeries and people get better, this was mostly a lie told. For example, when doing a brain surgery, if the doctor, anybody in the room, touches the brain within a millisecond, the brain would swell up and the patient would die. Devastating, isn't it? As I said, this doctor decided to leave his $1 million paying job. You'd be completely surprised. Why would he leave $1 million salary? But then again, when your job involves not accidentally touching someone's brain, no pressure, right? I mean, what would you even say? Oops, sorry, I thought that was a flashlight. Although this isn't my point to prove, I have realized that even one of the most stressful looking jobs can be as stressful as you want it to feel. What I mean is stress is not the problem. How we respond to stress is what really matters. Let me show you what I learned from this story. I learned that I have to be more managing over my work. You see, when your brain keeps reminding you of a task and just keeps you overwhelmed, or even before an important event, your heart is pumping faster and you're breathing heavily. You should remember that this heavy breathing is making your brain work more efficiently. That fast pumping heart is making your body ready for what you are going to go through. One day I will never forget is when I was once in an English competition some years ago. When I stepped on stage, I felt my hands shivering and my body shaking, and I felt my heart pumping faster than a running cheetah. At this point, I remembered that I was made for this. I was prepared, and I shouldn't let all that hard work go for nothing. And I chose to be confident. This moment made me be here on stage right now and remind you, in these kind of situations, it's sometimes hard to relax, I understand. I use a technique. I call it the breathe, smile, and just do it. There's no need to overthink. Just do it. Overthinking is just the process of overcoming something. So there's no absolute need to overthink something you are going to overcome. This made me take many new opportunities. This can help with any of yours personal growth, and including taking business and studying stress smoothly. So the next time stress knocks at your door, just welcome it in, embrace it, manage it, and remember, if you think differently and control your mindset, you can do anything. So the next time, before an important event or any time you're stressed, you should remember this moment and say, I'm going to have patience with the process. and take a deep breath. And I want you to smile and say, thanks, Jess, I've got this. Thank you.